What would you want to eat if it was your last meal ever? In this video, we will give you a rating of the 5 strangest last meal requests on death row. Let's dive right into it. Want to see more interesting facts about our crazy world and the history of it? Subscribe now. Death row is where prisoners who are sentenced to execution are held, sometimes for years, while awaiting their final day. One of the traditions is that they are granted a last meal of their choice, often as a form of human compassion. However, some of these requests can be just as bizarre as the crimes they committed. 5. Victor Fager. Victor Fager, a convicted murderer who was sentenced to death by hanging in 1963, had one of the simplest yet most symbolic last meal requests. He asked for a single olive with the pit still in it. His reasoning? Fager hoped that after his execution, the olive pit would be buried with him and would grow into an olive tree, a symbol of peace. It's both odd and poetic, considering his crime was anything but peaceful. 4. James Edward Smith. James Edward Smith, convicted of murder during an armed robbery, made a request that baffled everyone. Instead of food, he asked for a pile of dirt. Smith claimed he needed it for a voodoo ritual to cleanse his soul before death. Unsurprisingly, his request was denied, and he ended up settling for a simple cup of yogurt. This eerie request certainly added an element of mystery to his final moments. 3. Lawrence Brewer. Lawrence Brewer, a white supremacist convicted for his role in a brutal hate crime that shocked the nation, made an extravagant final meal request. He ordered a feast that included 2 chicken-fried steaks, a triple bacon cheeseburger, fried okra, a pound of barbecue, 3 fajitas, a meat lover's pizza, a pint of ice cream, and more. The cost of this meal alone was staggering. But here's the twist. When the food arrived, Brewer didn't eat a single bite. This refusal led Texas to abolish the practice of granting special last meal requests. 2. John Wayne Gacy. John Wayne Gacy, one of the most infamous serial killers in American history, was known for his horrifying crimes as the Killer Clown. Before his execution in 1994, Gacy requested a meal that seemed oddly nostalgic. He asked for a bucket of KFC fried chicken, 12 fried shrimp, French fries, and a pound of strawberries. Gacy had managed 3 KFC restaurants earlier in his life, and this request seemed like a twisted nod to his past before he descended into a life of crime. It's chilling to think that his final meal was tied to a time when he lived a seemingly normal life. 1. Ricky Ray. Ricky Ray Rector was convicted of murder after killing a police officer, but what makes his case particularly tragic is his mental state. After shooting the officer, Rector shot himself in the head, which left him severely brain damaged. His final meal request was both odd and unsettling. He ordered steak, fried chicken, cherry Kool-Aid, and a slice of pecan pie. But what's even stranger is that Rector left the pecan pie untouched. When asked why, he simply said he was saving it for later. His mental state during this time has been widely debated, but the eeriness of leaving his dessert behind adds a layer of sorrow to his last moments. These final meal requests show that even when faced with their last moments on Earth, some people's desires remain as unique and bizarre as their actions. From symbolic olives to extravagant feasts, these choices give us a strange glimpse into the minds of those on death row. What would you choose for your last meal? Let us know in the comments.